to celebrate housing. Housing is about economic development. This will create jobs, both construction and permanent jobs. Housing is about education. People need a great place to live in order to be well educated. Housing is really about community. And we're really excited to be here today, to be involved with this. And we're really glad for all of our partners and everybody's involvement in this. It takes a lot of vision to do these kind of things, and it really takes a lot of partners. And we specifically, we got a lot of people we're going to thank, and we'll thank them along the way. But up front, I want to thank the City of Louisville and the mayor for his leadership and vision. If you all don't realize that Louisville has put a lot of money into housing, but that housing dollars has created jobs. It's created opportunity. The people that are going to live here will work at UPS. They will work at Ford. They will work at General Electric. They will work at the mall here. They will work at our schools, and they will be important citizens for years and years to come. And those dollars are just things that make our community so much better. To us, housing is really about the American dream. And what is the American dream? It's really when you start from one place and you finish in a better place. Or you really, let's not talk about finishing, let's talk about progressing. So really, what do people want? They want a better life. They want a better life for themselves and a better life for their family. And they want to do it incrementally, and they want to earn it. But there are many advantages some of us have that others don't. And housing, to me, is the base that allows us to progress with that. With that, I want to turn it over to somebody that's really important to housing, to economic development, to the advancement of our community, our mayor.
Thank you, Chris. Thanks, everybody. I think he said it all about housing throughout our community. It's been a huge emphasis of ours and a huge priority to make sure that there is good housing in all parts of the community so people can live where they want to live, to enjoy the same advantages of life that anybody can throughout the city. When you think about this location, I'm very excited about it because of all the business that is around here. And imagine if you decide to live here and you have a couple little kids and say, we get to live next to one of the nicest libraries in the entire country, right over there. And I can see them walking to the library hand in hand with the little kids and enjoying learning and just saying, we've got a good life. We got a good life because we got a community that's committed to good housing in all parts of our community. I want to thank the Metro Council for being a great partner on this. We put $42 million into affordable housing in the last several years, most ever in the history of our city. We intend to keep doing that in subsequent years as well. And I want to thank Ldg. You know, Ldg has been one of the premier developers of housing throughout our entire country. And I'm really pleased that we're doing more and more work with you guys here in our city as well, so that we can see the great product that you guys put forth. And it seems like we're doing quite a bit of this lately. The last opening we did in the east part of the city, I can't tell you how many people said to me, wow, I didn't realize it was going to look like this. I need to get behind you guys. And it's like, yeah, thank you very much. It's what we've been talking about now for several years. So we'll see if the chorus is still loud for the next projects. But this is just going to be another great, great project. And I believe this represents the 10,000th. You all will exceed 10,000 units with the completion of this project, right?
Correct, yeah.
That is a major, major accomplishment. Congratulations. Great job.
All right. The next step in the way of the American dream is HUD and the support that they've given for this project. I'd like to introduce David Zaraley. Yes, thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me to this exciting, groundbreaking opportunity. Congratulations and warm regards are sent on behalf of HUD Secretary Carson and Kentucky HUD Field Office Director Michael Browder, all who wish they could be here to celebrate. We're proud partners standing here with you today. It's a huge accomplishment for the stakeholders here to provide a beautiful new home to 312 low-income families. We're also so pleased that HUD was able to partner and provide the construction and financing endorsement for this development. Like most areas of the United States, Louisville has a shortage of affordable housing, but the construction of Jefferson Green is a huge accomplishment towards addressing this shortage. Jefferson Green will be a beautiful, new, vibrant community utilizing smart building principles with energy-efficient features and thoughtful design that will ultimately promote the residents' well-being and health. The leveraging of over $29 million in funding sources of public and private partnerships is responsible for making this Jefferson Green a reality. This public-private partnership is not only innovative, but can be pointed to as a best practice for other communities that are experiencing shortages of affordable housing. I'm confident that the citizens moving into these apartments will find both a cozy home and a sense of community and belonging here, as these homes provide them a transformative and opportunistic housing platform for improved opportunities for their children as they work to achieve their version of the American dream. Thanks and congratulations to Ldg, Mason Joseph Company, the Jefferson Green team, Louisville Metro, Louisville Cares, and the rest of the stakeholders for this project. And congratulations to the individuals and families who will be fortunate enough to have a wonderful new place to call home. Thank you.
And I really want to specifically thank, before I bring Christy up, Mason Joseph Company, Randy Mason. I could be a bit cantankerous. And Randy, unfortunately, got to see my cantankerous side, but he was very patient with me, and through his perseverance and the perseverance of Mason Joseph, we got here today. At this time, I want to introduce Christy McCravey, the Executive Director of the Louisville Affordable Housing Trust Fund, who's been a big supporter of ours and who has put a big pot of money in to help make this transaction happen. Sometimes people look at a big project and they think, why do we have to have other money? But believe me when I tell you, it's those last dollars in that kind of get us over the finish line, that help these things get done. And so thank you, Christy, for being involved.
Good morning, and thank you for the opportunity to participate in today's groundbreaking of this, what I think of as a model community. Our $2.3 million investment represents the largest single investment that your trust fund has made to date. Now that we are showing up at ribbon cuttings and groundbreakings, many people in the community are asking me, so what does the community get for its investment? Especially a $2.3 million. So I'm gonna tell you, this is not just an investment in bricks and mortars. It goes way beyond that. In the short term, we are investing in construction jobs, and gainful employment. We are also investing in the monies that those persons will now be able to spend on ancillary items, necessities, but also on those things that they just want because they now have a livable wage and gainful employment. Once the apartments are leased up, this investment spurs stability for families who are seeking to provide a stable foundation for their children. And our mayor's already said it. What better way to do it than easy access to one of our city's most fabulous libraries, most fabulous in the country? What better way to do it than to have easy access to jobs and other amenities in the community? This gated community will provide on-site personal development skills for the residents, financial education training, employment training, accessibility for our most vulnerable, disabled, and those who may feel like life has forsaken them. Now they will know that they now will live in a facility that can help them to grow and thrive. And let's not forget, as the dollars are paid back over the years, we can do this over and over again. We can make these types of investments in the long run. The trust fund provides more than an investment in a roof over someone's head, but it provides peace of mind, stability, and a feeling of accomplishment that may be the catalyst for success for future Louisville families. And I tell you, that's what it's all about. So thank you, LDG. Thank you, Mayor Fisher. Thank you, Metro Council, for seeing the vision beyond just bricks and mortar. Thank you.
At this time, I'd like to invite up our partner, equity investor, Rob Wasserman from U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank has made a huge commitment to this property. They've taken a risk position. They're investing back in Louisville. And so, thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, LDG, for allowing me to say a few words on behalf of U.S. Bank Community Development Corporation. You know, shelter is one of the primary and basic human needs, and Jefferson Green, once complete, it's going to provide high-quality, affordable housing to 320 families who are going to call it home, and they're going to stay a long time in a wonderful community like this. You know, we share LDG's and the City of Louisville's vision of a community enriched by this housing. So when I got here earlier today, I kind of looked around and I said, it's a big barren area with some machines going, but it's going to be blanketed with families and adults and kids and seniors next to, a truly wonderful library, which when I came down here about 8-9 months ago and the first time I saw it, I was, really surprised at what an amazing place that is and how that's going to just augment the rest of this community here. I almost hope to come back in like 5 years and see how much the interaction between a library like this is going to have with the community, because when you start doing these things, you never really know how it's going to work out, but you can see that it's just going to be a fantastic long-term benefit for both groups. So I just want to briefly thank the LDG team. I want to thank Michael Gross, Nick Chitwood, Ramona Vista, who are really our primary individuals that we work with throughout this closing. I also want to thank the leaders, Mark and Chris, for everything. And as a partner in a deal, we're in for 17 years, and we look at this as partnership. We look at this as building communities together. And I just want to thank everyone one final time, and I hope to continue working in the city of Louisville and with LDG for many years to come.
It's been an exciting time for LDG. Last year we were named the nation's largest affordable housing developer. With this project, thank you. And we're really glad to be Louisvillians and based here. And believe me, you think about when you work across the country where you want to live. And this is home, and we're really glad to be here. We also are just really excited about passing the 10,000 unit mark. That's a big day for us as well. Somebody asked me 15 years ago, said, well, where do you think you can be? And I just popped off. I said, I think we can have 10,000 units at some point. And this person kind of scoffed at me and laughed and was kind of like, yes, yeah, whatever you think. But we're there. And I really want to thank two people specifically that I know we wouldn't be here without. The first is my partner, Mark Lechner. We've been partners, Mark, 25 years, 24, 25 years. We've been partners a long time. And really, our partnership's a testament of his ability to put up with me. and honestly, to trust me. And we trust each other, and it's been great. And the other person sitting right next to him, who's my wife, who the same thing, has trusted me, who, when I wanted to do some crazy things and take a chance in this business, she said, I'm with you, I trust you. She came in the early years and worked in our office for nothing. My kids' fondest memory is the third floor of our office building where they spent all their free time playing as their mother and I worked. And I want to thank the rest of the LDG team. I always say I get to stand up and take a lot of the credit. Mark gets to stand up and take a lot of credit. But it's really the team that makes these things happen. Nobody gets here by themselves. With all of that said, LDG is really excited with our accomplishments, but we are committed to giving back, and we're committed to a holistic approach to the American dream. And so we want to talk a little bit today about the Ldg Scholars Program, and we have committed $1 million to educate people living in affordable and public housing over the next decade. And we're really excited about that because we know, as I talked about, advancing and that home becomes the foundation, but education is sort of the catalyst that gets you to the next level. And so we will be having students, at least 4 of these Ldg scholars will be from Louisville. We've committed to that. And in addition to that, we will have scholars from across the country. And the plan is we're working with a national housing agency to develop programs so that these scholars will be able to come here and learn. They will probably get to work at a public housing authority and learn, and hopefully get to work at HUD and learn. And so we think that will not only advance people that live in our housing and other housing similar to ours, but it will also help create the leaders of tomorrow so that we can have social equity and justice going forward. So we're really, really excited about that. Lastly, I know she couldn't be here today. I want to thank Madonna Flood, our councilwoman here, who's been a supporter of LDG for years. She supported us with our second affordable deal in Louisville that took a little bit of battle to get there. I want to thank Kentucky Housing Corporation. I want to thank all the LDG staff. I see folks from the Weber Group are here, long, great partners of ours. Studio A, the same thing, long, great partners of ours. Winterwood, our property management company, who has to deal with the nitty-gritty of it. And I'm sure I've missed like 12 people that I should thank, but know that you're appreciated. And we're just glad to be here today.
3, 1, 2, 3.
Thank you all.